When he got a draft letter from Uncle Sam, he had to answer. That's how Paul Amrhein describes his entry into the Army. He was in Vietnam at 19, working in transportation. For the longest time, he says he didn't really talk about his service. Now he puts on a different uniform, and he's proud to distinguish himself as a veteran.
If you were drafted, you went where you were told to go. And you did the job that you were assigned, whatever that job was.
In Paul Amrhein's case, that was as a movement control specialist in Vietnam. After working stateside for about 8 months, he got his orders to go overseas. While most people had time to familiarize themselves with the climate, he was immediately sent out for his year in the field.
I went out one day, the first day, and fired the M16, trained with that. 3 hours later, I was on a plane to the 1st Cav Division.
Within that year, he moved around 8 times. As Amrhein says, wherever they took the battalion, he went too. Each time making sure all the ammunition, food, water, and even mail the men needed went with them.
You had to make sure you had the helicopters, the airplanes, the trucks, and all those things in place, and then you had to have protection for all those things. You know, you could have an LZ that got 500 rounds of ammunition yesterday and doesn't have any today to protect themselves. So you had to get things to the people that needed it.
Moving around so much, Amrhein says there was danger.
We were 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds. And there isn't an 18, 19, or a 21-year-old out there that's afraid of anything. And that's why they send us.
Most importantly, his detachment rotated in and out safely.
We had an 11-man detachment, and that was the most important thing, is everybody got to go home. Nobody lost their life in that 11-man detachment.
After a year in Vietnam, Amrhein came home and spent another few months at Fort Lee before his discharge.
When I got out, I put my uniforms in the closet, put all that stuff away, packed up my memories, put them away, and came back to be a citizen.
He hopes people understand what a sacrifice veterans make, no matter how they ended up in the military.
When you take the oath to join the service, you're signing a blank check up to and including your life. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Remember those 11 men Amrhein served with? He still keeps in touch with a few of them, and he just got back from a huge reunion of the 1st Cavalry Division. Here at home, though, he's a proud member of the Moundsville Veterans Honor Guard and the Mount Olivet Lions Club.